To the members of the Board of Ed, our school is one of the top schools in Connecticut. Our great community allows for great academics and great education. To students in schools that are not so well off as us, it might seem like we here at Pontefract have it made. But there's one thing that really bugs the students in this school, and that's our parking costs. We pay $250 for a spot to park at the high school. That is one of, if not the highest charges for parking in Connecticut. We've had enough with such high prices, we don't deserve such high costs, and we don't think it's necessary to charge that much for a parking spot.
If you look at some of the other schools in the state, like Massac or New Milford, schools of similar size as us, those two schools have just about the same size parking lots as us and have roughly the same academic standards and taxes as us. However, students at New Milford only pay $150, and students at Massac only pay $125. How can their parking, when they are so similar to us, cost so much less? It doesn't add up to me.
But it's not just schools that are similar size. Smaller and larger schools also charge less than us. I'll tell you a story of just such a case. One of my close friends goes to Haddam-Killingworth. It's a small school in the middle of Connecticut. I recently told him how much I pay for my parking spot, and he laughed at me. When I asked him why, I came to find out that he only paid $20 for his parking spot for the whole year. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying it's cheaper, yeah, because they're a smaller school. But if you look at the amount of parking they have compared to the amount of parking we have, and based upon the amount of students in the school, the proportionate size of the parking lot is the same. So really, our parking is way overpriced compared to theirs. How come ours is so much and theirs is so cheap?
The main reason that we are told that our cost is what it is for maintenance of the parking lot. There are a total of 264 parking spots, so at $250 a piece, that adds up to $66,000. How could it possibly cost that much just to maintain the parking lots? That makes no sense at all. Even if you add in the snow factor, our parking lot positioning makes it hard to cart away snow. Well, even with that being said, there is no way it costs $66,000 to cart away that much snow. Plus, we are surrounded by woods. Why can't we just throw it in there?
Back to the maintenance factor. Most of the spots don't even need the maintenance. Even the spots that are used every day are still in decent shape and don't need to be fixed every year. Plus, some kids, myself included, don't drive to school every day. I only use my spot at best one to two times a week, and so my spot for sure will need the maintenance. And especially for the kids that don't use it every day. Why should we pay $250? We're not using it every day. We shouldn't have the full cost. We should have some agreement worked out where we can just pay cheaper or pay for the day. Or, even better, make the cost overall cheaper and you won't have complaints from anyone.
Now, we're not saying make all the spots free. That would just be anarchy. But say, like, cutting the cost in half. That would still reel in about $33,000, which should be more than enough for maintenance and snow removal. Plus, most of the students here don't make much more at all than minimum wage, which means that a week's worth of work wouldn't even pay for a spot. We shouldn't have to throw away 2 weeks worth of paychecks just to drive to the school we attend. It's not fair, it's not necessary, it's not practical.
Thank you.